Real Enigmas and Theories is back again with another live stream real quick. I wanted to do one of those express live streams. I just didn't have chance to change the thumbnail. I was supposed to do this around 8:30, but I don't have a lot of time. I just wanted to check in with y'all real quick since I didn't have a chance to put out another video for this week. You know, I try to do 2 on each episode, but we didn't get there. And we will do the pregame tomorrow. We're still doing the pregame. Don't worry. I just wanted to check in with y'all tonight real quick and share a couple things that I noticed real quick. You know, before this episode came out and all was said and done. Something is wrong with the StreamYard, y'all, because it's not showing me my chat. Okay, here it is. It's coming up now. But it's populating slow. Yes, y'all. We doing the pregame. Didn't have a chance to change the thumbnail, but I will change it again, though. I'll make a new one for tomorrow night. But I wanted to share some things with y'all that I peeped about the Salt's Neck episode. You know, let me go ahead and do these shout outs real quick. Dawn, what's going on? We got Scotty in the building. Welcome. WKR is here. Yes, the episode is tomorrow. Jen, the teacher, is in the building. And so is All City Big Heck. Yes, he is here. Pre-game before the pre-game. Is the episode tonight? No. It's not tonight. I wanted to jump on here real quick and greet y'all since I didn't have a chance to drop a video. Salute the chat. Much love. The beautiful Nini is here. Welcome. Yeah. I know it says pregame. Let's see what we could do about that. Let's change the title at least. Let me see. Okay. That's changed. We got that. She said Reels is a day early. No, I didn't put out a video. I was going to put out a video today, but I didn't get a chance to get everything together. I had a lot of running around to do. And I said, you know what? I might as well go live. It's some short and sweet, good information, just like this episode was. But I think it might be valuable as far as symbolism is concerned. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Okay, yeah, all right, all right. We got a go-to in here. Real as a day early. We got Brandon in the building. We got Better in the building. The wonderful Lupita is in the building. We got Harry is here with us. Joy is here. Hugh is here. Hugh Man is here. From Allentown. Okay. Yeah, that Allentown room was crazy. I think we should talk a little bit about that too, like episode 7. Well, it doesn't really tie into what I found today and what I was gonna put out today. But I was like, yo, you know what? Let's just go live real quick. I seen the baby cry box said Cold Harbor on it. I saw somebody post something like that in the Discord. I didn't get a chance to check it out. I was just kind of like breezing through. That was fire. Yeah, we here, we live. Jen the teacher is here. She said with reels dropping knowledge. Hair with Grace is here. We live. Welcome everybody. Okay. The Chocolate Thunder says, hey, Real in chat. I just want to spread some love on my birthday today. Yo, everybody, give a happy birthday shout out to Chocolate Thunder. The Chocolate Thunder. Happy birthday, and thank you for your generosity. Hold on, let me see. See if we can give some memberships. Let me see something real quick. Okay, I'm here, y'all. We here. Hold up. I'm about to give some memberships to some people. I don't know why this thing is acting funny today, but I think it worked. Did it work? Yes, it did work. Okay, there we go. We got some memberships jumping off. Hopefully you got one of those memberships. It was my pleasure. Okay. So the Cold Harbor episode. Let's just pull this up real quick. The Cold Harbor episode was filmed hold on. Season 2, episode 8 filming location. Okay. So it was, what was it? Newfoundland and Labrador. Okay, let's see here. This was filmed in Newfoundland and Labrador. And what I found interesting about this, not only am I gonna be in Newfoundland, I'm gonna be in Newfoundland and Labrador as well. But it was filmed there, and this place is known for beekeeping. But it's not one of your powerhouse beekeeping places. It's not one of your powerhouse beekeeping places in the sense of that's only what it's known for, right? It's known for beekeeping. Hold on, let's find this information here. I wish I would have got some screenshots of this, but I was just reading and you know what I'm saying? I was dug in. And I'm going to tell you all this. So it was, now, this is the crazy part about this place is not only was it famous for beekeeping, but they weren't famous because they kept a lot of bees, right? They weren't famous because the beekeeping was like their number one thing, or they were like a large honey producer. They were famous for beekeeping because their colonies never had what they call varroa mites. And varroa mites are like one of the most dangerous species to bees, to honeybees, and they kill honeybees crazily. And this place was known for like never not having those. You know what I'm saying? Like they never had any kind of high levels of varroa mites. But the crazy part about this place is how they detect for varroa mites in bees. And they do something called an ether roll test, where they literally spray ether on the bees. Well, they'll take like a sample of bees from a hive and put them in a jar and spray some ether on them and shake up the jar. And the ether will make the mites fall off the jar. Y'all could look this up. It's called ether roll testing, right? And it would be because they're a major threat to honeybees worldwide. And the way that they detect this is literally by spraying the bees with ether. So what's crazy to me is that we have the bees in the beehive situation on Severance. And then you have this place where Cold Harbor was filmed, and they're known for never having the varroa mites in their bees. And the way that they detected these mites and to keep the population of them down and never have been a threat was by ether roll testing. So they used to, in this little place here where they filmed this, they literally used to spray ether on the mites. Now I haven't on the bees to test for mites. Now, like I haven't done any research as far as was there an actual ether plant there? As a matter of fact, I did, but I didn't find anything. They didn't say there was an ether plant there. But I was trying to find out where they actually got their ether imported from to run these tests. And this place is like, so I'm thinking like the Beehive Protocol, the poster with Kier in the background and the bees. And I'm wondering, and I'm like, yo, okay, so Salt's Neck is low key like connected to bees and ether, like where they filmed this episode. And it's like, okay, are we about to see, is this symbolism leading us to something that we're going to see within the next few episodes? Are we going to see some more of those protocols? Are we going to see the Beehive Protocol? You see what I'm saying? I just thought that was so crazy. And you know me, I started to do a video on it, and I got halfway through the script and I was like, I don't want to drop this video and it not be seen by a lot of people because it's right before the episode comes out. Because that's how it happens sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple of my videos that I dropped beforehand were actually, overshadowed by the fact that the next episode was coming out. So I don't know, maybe I hope that we have 2 more episodes here. I mean, it's bittersweet time. Like it's bittersweet. You know what I'm saying? Like Severance is going to be over. I mean, of course we're going to still be talking about it for weeks on end, right? But it's about like the actual show and the satisfaction is going to be gone from each week. And I think that they've taken us on an amazing journey so far. And I'm just wondering, like, are we going to see some more of those protocols? Because after season 1, those protocols were something that were in a lot of people's theories about what they do. And they showed us what the Glasgow block is and what it does pretty much. It allows an outie to walk amongst the innies in a in a severed place, right? Where you have your severed at, But hey, we're talking about like that beehive protocol. What is that? What does the beehive protocol actually do? Does that give, because bees are workers, right? And they all work towards one task. And if they can signal each other in different ways. So does this turn, another good word for bee is drone, actually. I think drone is another word. You can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong about that. But I know the word drone is associated with bees in some sort of way, right? Is that what the beehive protocol is? I mean, in my oh wow, Danny Daydreaming, what's going on with you? Thank you so much for gifting 10 Real Enigmas and Theories and memberships. If you got one of those memberships, go ahead and thank Danny for that. Indeed, celebrate with those emojis. And all the members that are here, go ahead and celebrate our new members and welcome them. The members only live stream will be after episode 9. So we're going to do one this week. We will cover the Lexington letters in the members only live stream. So welcome to all the new members. I think we just got 15, 16 new members. Welcome all those members. You will have access to the members only live stream where we'll go over the Lexington letters and much more. Whatever else we start talking about, whatever connections we make. The first one was great. We left a lot of notes in the chat. We have some fun in the chat as well. The chat is still available if you want to go check out the notes. A lot of people were saying some really dope stuff in the notes and the comment section as well. So if you want to have access to that, go ahead and cop one of the memberships and become magnified. So thank you once again, Danny Daydreaming. We appreciate that for sure. So what are we going to see in this episode? We know that Cobell is on her way back. Does she make it back? I'm sure she does. The synopsis of the episode, let's look that up real quick. I'll pull that up on screen. Yo, I hope y'all be jamming to the music dance experience. I'll be switching up the track every once in a while. I'll be releasing some music real soon. So I'll be giving you the premieres and the little previews of the music. You know what? Matter of fact, I might give a little preview of the first record we're releasing tonight. Might do that tonight. Let me know in the chat if y'all want that. Y'all want to hear what we're releasing. The first record is called Glock and Move. It's with a Nigerian artist, me and a Nigerian artist. I did the track and she wrote and sang. Her name is Ehi. I might, if y'all want to hear it. What's going on? Okay, some people saying they want to hear it. We might do that. Let me get Severance up real quick. Okay, so we have this episode is the next episode. And the synopsis for these episodes are real bland. I just got to say that. I mean, I'm not going to hold you. Like, they give you like one-liners over here. Mark and Devin team up with an ally. We think that's Miss Cobell. It doesn't mention Ragabi. I wonder, did Ragabi leave? She was putting her shit away. And Devin wasn't talking to Miss Cobell, so did Ragabi say fuck it and dip? Like, what happened? I think she definitely left. Because we know that if she calls Cobell, Ragabi's out. You know. And now knowing that Cobell created the Severance technology, it makes me wonder if they work together. And it makes me wonder if they like Ragabi, in order to work at Lumen, I'm thinking you have to be one of those alumni of one of those Lumen funded schools. So yeah, I'm thinking so. So it doesn't say anything about Ragabi here. And then it says Helly investigates further. And I think that may have something to do with us seeing Helly in the elevator of the intro sequence. The intro sequence shows us Helly in that elevator. And I'm inclined to think that Helly, being the one that was talking about going back to the break room to get the directions, I wouldn't be surprised if she got them on her way back to see Mark. Like when she was bending down in the hallways and stuff like that, I would not be surprised if she went while she was on her way to Mark to tell him like, hey, I want my own experience. I wouldn't be surprised if she already went and grabbed them. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Well, we might see her get them. She knows where they are. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read some of these chats real quick. But yeah, that's all we get as far as the synopsis for these episodes. Like this is crazy when they do this. Like, come on. And hey, you know I didn't do a video this week, another video this week. However, isn't it cool to do another live stream? You know you're going to get another live stream from me tomorrow. So let's go heavy with it. You dig? Ragabi left to next season. That would be fucked up. So yeah, Ragabi's not in this episode. Yeah, because she's not in there. Judd is in there. Oh, okay. So we're going to see Fields again. We're going to see Fields again. Fields is in this episode. Oh, we're going to see the Mammalians again because Gwendolyn Christie is in this episode. Am I bugging or is this showing me the episode or what? Let me look. What? We're going to see Mark W again? No, this can't be showing us the cast for this episode. Because if that's the case, this episode might be pretty fire. Am I bugging y'all or what? Am I just looking at the cast for the entire show or what's going on here? You think this is the full cast list, Christian? Okay. Fields is a plant. Okay. And yes, indeed, Chris Lavelle says, and I will be here tomorrow too. Okay. That's what's up. I think I heard Sissy mention Field. Ethel. Ragabi needs a new any to experiment on. Oh shit. I think Dylan would be down for that. I don't know. Dylan is pretty laid back on the outside. He's just like he's probably like a fun dad for real though. Like he gets a hard time. Like people giving him a hard time, but he looks like a pretty fun dad. Like that would be crazy if we get the Mammalians again. We need the Mammalians again. We need to know something about the Mammalians. Hold on. Wait. This All right, let's just back up. All episodes. Okay. Sweet Vitriol. Okay. And then After Hours. Let's go to After Hours. It shows us the top cast. I don't know. It's showing us all the whole cast members, I think. Where would I get the one? What would I get that on? Rotten Tomatoes? Let's see. Let's try Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see here. Okay, let's pull this up. Okay. It doesn't show it here either. I don't think so. Nope, it doesn't give you any of that. So, I mean, this is I don't know. That would be crazy. That's a lot. If I doubt it. I doubt it. But it doesn't have Christopher Walken in here. So it doesn't have Christopher Walken. It's not showing Christopher Walken. I wonder what's going on. And here we are with another cast member that we haven't seen. This guy is the guy from Italy. This is the Italian replacement refiner. It only has 2 of those replacement refiners on there. It doesn't have all 3 of them. So I don't know. This could be. Let's try to look at another episode and see if it gives us the different cast list. Let's look at last week's episode, Sweet Vitriol, and see the cast list that it gives us. Okay, yeah. So it's giving us people that were not in it. So yeah, Hampton was in it, but Christopher Walken was not in that episode. Neither was Gemma. Neither was Devin. None of these were in there. So now I don't know what it's giving us. So we can't tell by that. But it doesn't have Ragabi in any of these either. So that's just not reliable. So no Irving update. That's what I'm thinking. Like, do we get Irving? Do we get Irving? What are these last 2 episodes going to be? I feel so much like Irving's story is so unresolved right now. It's like, man, couldn't y'all have done 13 episodes? Like, we'd have been happy as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we going to see tomorrow? What are we going to see? Let me see. Let me read some of these chats. Goats are used to grow organs and replica brains to take the DNA of innies and outies so that if they die, they can reinsert the chip and bring them back to life. This is real tech, Japan and China. Oh, shit. Yo, you know, a lot of the stuff that is in this show is some very deep philosophy. It's some very deep philosophy. Like, one of the biggest philosophical questions takes us about the soul, right? The soul, and does the innie have a soul of its own? Like, I don't know. That's like saying when you're drunk or inebriated, you're not really yourself there. There's something there that kind of changes you. If you're drunk, if you're, under the influence of some sort of pills or something like that, are you the same you? Are you really totally you? Or, do these things take control? People, that's why they call it spirits. They really believed back in the day that when you got drunk or you drank something, that something was entering your body and making you act a certain way and making your emotions and hormones and different things change. I'm not one to just shit on that and be like, that's not true. But at the same time, it does give a thought-provoking question. Me personally, I believe that the soul is definitely tied to the body because it drives things directly that are tied to the body, right? Like your will to live is directly tied to your immune system, right? And your will to live is not like it is not dependent on the immune system. The immune system is dependent on it. This is why like things like bedside manner and how you're treated when you're sick actually affects how you heal. So I think that the soul is connected to the body. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But the philosophical angle that this show comes at it on, he has even done it in a way to bring religion into it by way of what I think is propaganda of the from the pastor of Burton Fields. I just think that he was compromised by Lumen, pretty much, or he worked for Lumen or whatever. At what point did Bert become a scoundrel? At what point did he do? What did he do to make himself ineligible to go through the pearly gates? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what did he do? I think that he did some kind of experimenting. When we look at a lot of the stuff that we see in from, I may say, oh man, not from Severance. A lot of the stuff that we see in Severance, aren't a lot of these characters named after Germans? Like Gerhardt, James, Baird, aren't these German words? And then you have Marr, Dr. Marr, you know, I think they're definitely referencing Paperclip, but they're also pointing about how these experimentations were going on before the United States even had a war in World War II, before the war came. I talked about that in my last video, which was crazy. I saw a couple of comments in that last video, and I don't think many people did it, but I'm sure some did. Did you guys get a chance to pause those documents and read them? You know what I'm saying? I want to, I'm going to keep an eye on the chat to see if anybody answers. But let me know if you got a chance to pause those documents that I posted in my last video and read those documents. Those documents were crazy. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think they're touching on this. There's no way that they're not, especially when you have the guy in there literally torturing people. And we see him torturing Gemma, but we don't know exactly how many people are there. I think there are 4 people there. I think there are 4 people being down there. There are 4 rooms. There are 3 other doors by Gemma's door. So I think that there are 3 other people there. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I'm not, I could be wrong. It does seem like a lot of this hinges on Mark. So that kind of says that it might be only Gemma down there, but it just wouldn't seem, that wouldn't make too much sense for it just to be Gemma. We've seen multiple things being 3D printed, like, and they're still printing things, right? There's like O&D is still at work printing things. And I believe they reached the end of their quarter at the same time of MDR. So we know that the department quarters are concurrent, right? They run the same. However, we see that there are more cards, like Dylan stole one of those cards. So are these cards, is this card system some sort of recruitment system for people not only to just get the regular severance procedure like Mark got, but is this an entry course or something like that to get into that testing level? You know what I mean? And do you have to be a part of this cult or whatever to get to this testing level? Another thing that I've been thinking about is the chronology of technology between Mark and Gemma's chip. Do they have the same kind of chip? I mean, you would think that Mark's chip is newer than Gemma's because he got severed after what, 2 years after she died, or he's been there for 2 years. So you would think that his chip is newer, right? But the implication of being able to take a severed person into different rooms and turn them into different innies kind of implies that it's a newer technology that they might be working on. And I'm wondering if Mark has the same kind of chip as Gemma. It's just that he wasn't chosen to go to the testing floor and go to those different rooms. Because one of my biggest wonders is, if Mark goes down there, does he turn back into his Audi? And if he turns back into his Audi, if he went in one of those rooms, would he turn into a totally different innie? Now, the title credits has implied this much. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much told us that there are multiple innies. Like, I find it interesting that you had in the title sequence when Mark was sitting at the table and he gets up and he's obviously sick and the innie has to pick him up. You have another innie there that's like, he has his own mind as well, and he lifts up the curtain, the elevator curtain. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if this was some sort of an illusion. Now we know that seeing Cobell in that title sequence with her face off with the light in the book, that part hits so much harder now. Like, I know a lot of people were thinking that meant that we were going to lose Cobell, and also seeing her car down in the water, that we were going to lose Cobell. But I think that means that is Cobell looking at her work, pretty much. I mean, it pretty much says it all. They gave us, so they giving us stuff. Now that we know, if that's the case, then that means that there's stuff in the title sequence that tells us some things, right? We see Cobell's face looking at Mark, innie carrying Mark's Audi, and then we look at Mark's Audi carrying Mark's innie on both sides of the book. The book could be her notes. The book could very well be like her notes. A lot of people thought it was Rickon's book. Then after episode 4, some people thought that it was the fourth appendix, which would have been very interesting as well, because in that fourth appendix has the map that shows us that frozen lake as well. So it could be a reference to Cold Harbor. We don't know. I don't know. I'm very curious to see. You know, oh man, 260 people, 85 likes. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Cobell is a proven genius. They really should be scared of her. Yo, thank you for that. That's something that I wanted to talk about as well. In the original trailer for the show, Cobell says you're afraid of them. Now, she was talking about the innies, and she was like, "We fear no one." And when she was talking to Helly in the conference room after the OTC, where they offered her the bullshit job that she didn't want to take. So, with now that we know that she said you feared me, it's like, why did they change that? But we know now that they definitely have a reason to fear Cobell. Do you think that Cobell, being the creator and going to get her notes and her blueprints for the Severance technology, do you think that's her only play? Could there be another play? You know, I know a lot of people think that she's a bastard Egan. You know what I'm saying? I know that a lot of people think that she's a bastard Egan. And I'm like, yo, okay, that's a good one. That would add even more fuel to the fire with her being the actual creator of the Severance technology. She could be like, and guess what? Like, my grandfather's an Egan. Or I'm an Egan. My father was an Egan. Like, you know, I don't think that Jane was her father. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people theorizing that Cobell could be the mother of Helena. That would be crazy. That's a crazy theory. I have a theory that maybe Sissy could be the mother of Helena. Some people think that, hey, we have seen the last of Sissy. Sissy, she's not even that important. We won't see her anymore. That could be a possibility. I think that we'll find out that Helly's pregnant before we find out who her mother is. Her mother was a question that was brought up in the very first few minutes of the entire series. First episode, that was the question that made her buckle. That's the thing that made her want to start crying, was when he asked her what was her mother's eye color. She really, like, that's the question right there that shook her. And then we begin to realize, then we find in the last episode, the finale of season 1, we find out that homegirl is an actual Egan. That one was beautiful for me because I didn't see it coming at all. But yeah, I said the same thing. She favors Sissy. I said the same thing. Now this isn't the pregame. I just didn't have a chance to change the thumbnail because I wanted to hop on because I don't have that much time. And I'm going to have to be off of here by 8:30. I just wanted to share that thought with y'all. If y'all didn't hear it, right, I'll say it again for the people that are just coming in. And if you didn't hear what I was sharing earlier, and I got right into it at the beginning. So here it is again. The town where they shot the Salt's Neck episode, where they filmed that, the filming location for that is called Newfoundland and Labrador. And it's a province along the country's east coast. It's on the east coast of Newfoundland. And it's called Newfoundland and Labrador. And they're known for beekeeping. And we have the beehive protocol. We have the Kier, the Kier poster with his head on a bee. You know what I'm saying? The hexagonal pattern behind him, all of that stuff, right? So we have that. And this place is known for beekeeping, but it's a very specific type of beekeeping. They're not known for being like a large honey importer or anything like that, or a honey export. That's not what they're known for. They're known for cracking the code on the varroa mites, right? And the varroa mites are detected by taking a sample of bees from a colony or a hive, putting them in a jar, spraying ether on them, and shaking it. And this makes the mites fall off of the bees. And this is why this town is so famous, because it actually cracked the code on how to get rid of these mites and to lower the population of these mites to ensure a successful colony for your bees, right? So that was a little piece of information that I found. And a lot of times I find when you have symbolism like that is actually connected to filming locations and other things as well. There were a few connections to From in that episode that I had wrote down. I jotted down. At some point during the off season, I'm going to do a comparison video of From and Severance to show like all of the similarities. Like even the mammalian woman when she rings the bell, that Gwendolyn Christie's character, when she rings the bell, Lorne, that was her name, Lorne. She rang the bell, and that was like Boyd ringing the bell. Also in season 1, Rickon had a bell ringing app on his phone. And there were a couple of things that were very similar in the way that they shot it as well. So I'm going to do a video mashup on both of those. But, you know, and I've been talking about those here in the symbol. Oh, yeah. I got to talk about this. Hold on. Wait. Let's see if I could pull this up. I seen somebody post this in the Discord. Where did they post it at? Let's see. Where is it? Okay, here it is. It's this right here. The egg symbolism. Are those Helly's fingers? Those look like Helly's fingers. Look at this. The symbolism is crazy right there. Now, I've talked about the egg symbolism so many times on this show. The egg symbolism is everywhere. We've had the egg party. We had the deviled egg party. I'm going to pull up a few things. And there's another thing I want to talk about too, but we're going to get to that. Okay, where is it? Where are you? Is this it? Oh, yes. This is it. First try. Got it right. Let's pull it up. Now, a lot of people doubted the egg symbolism. I mean, I was getting crazy messages in the chat or in the comment section. There's no egg symbolism. That meant Egan. Of course it meant Egan. But it also meant ego, as Debbie Ebby Bo Bebby pointed out. It meant ego as well. Yo, even look at this one right here. 3GG, egg. Right here under the nose, there's eggnog. And Mark is going out to find eggnog. It almost says eggnog engage. That's crazy. But ego is definitely in there several times as well. But the egg symbolism was everywhere. Hold on, I think I even have a slice of this with them pointed out and marked. It's in here somewhere. We'll get to it. But the egg symbolism was all over the place, and now we see them dropping more egg symbolism. So the fertility pretty much for me is solidified here. We have age. I wonder where that was going. This was definitely dropping some symbolism. This part right here, they went stupid with this. They had Dieter referencing the Bible with Onan, and Onan's name is in here. You could get the Onan out of there. You can man, they went crazy. They had the Montauk monster symbolism in that episode. Episode 7 was really fire. Don't get me wrong. And episode 7 was a tearjerker for some. But episode 4 still is the best to me. Episode 4 was crazy. Episode 4 was phenomenal. John Turturro did his thing. I mean, but I can't front on episode 7. It's episode 4 was a hard episode to come after. But episode 7 was definitely a good one. And people are sleeping on episode 8. People are saying that they hated the episode. I'm saying, damn, you hated the episode. Why? Oh, because it was so short. But the season finale for season 1 was only 3 minutes longer. I mean, I don't know. I think this episode went over a lot of people's heads. This was the episode that really connected some shit, like that really went on to connect things. Like even the Renee Descartes situation where her drawings and stuff look just like his. Check this out. Let me pull some of these up. I believe I have them in another folder. Yeah, here we are. Let's pull this up for you. Her drawings were a lot like his drawings, like, and her diagrams and stuff. Let me see how many of them I have. Okay. We have this one. These joints look like hers. Like this one right here. A lot of her drawings had this vibe to them. These are his actual drawings. Now these are definitely this was in her shit right here. I didn't do any side by sides yet. This, look here. This is the brain, this is the eyes. And these, I mean, they were her shit looked like his. I was like, damn. And I've been talking about the pineapples were a reference to the pineal gland. And Renee Descartes is who called the seat of the soul, the pineal gland, the seat of the soul. And she pretty much was drawing her shit like his, all the way down to the numbers and everything. Like, let's pull up some of her drawings real quick. Her shit was just like his. Let me see if I can pull up some of her drawings. Yo, and you know what, Ann? I'm gonna tell you, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming through. She said, love episode 7 and 8. Me too. Me too. I can say this. It would have been so dope if they would have put episode 8 on the back of episode 7 and made it longer. And we'd have got that cinematic masterpiece that we got with episode 7, and it would have went off. We would have been feeling some type of way, and then we would have seen what was going on with Cobell. If we would have got a treat like that, I wouldn't have been mad with just getting 9 episodes this season. That would have been probably the best thing on TV if they would have put both of those episodes together. Because one of them was so warm and the other one is so cold. You see what I'm saying? In blue, they're just a lot of blue hues and everything. You see? And if they would have put those together, the contrast would have made it one dope episode. I mean, because we only got 9 episodes for season 1. And also that goes with the 9 core principles. I mean, that's why I started after, thinking about the 9 core principles. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's why they gave us 9 episodes last season. But it would have been pretty dope if they would have put them together. I love both of them for sure. But episode 4 was crazy. Holly says, 7 feels like the breath you take before diving headfirst into the chaos. Woo! Holly. Yes, indeed. Thank you for watching in that comment. You had me thinking Severance was premiering tonight. I wish. I wish it was. I wish it was. I wish we were here for the night. Don't take that as no clickbait neither. Like I legitimately didn't have time to make the thumbnail and I just didn't want it to have like the generic logo joint up there. So I said, yo, you know what? Just leave it and go live. I just went ahead and went live. Like, boom. You know, it was worth it. It's definitely worth it. Do you like what I shared with you about the bees, the filming location of episode 8? I was gonna do a whole entire video about it. I was gonna include about how the drawings and Miss Cobell's look like hers. And I had some pretty good jokes. But we'll wait and save those for the next video for episode 9 breakdown. Some funny stuff that I noticed that I definitely definitely got to talk about. So yeah. What else we got here? I want to know Harmony's motivation for the invention. What did she want to escape? Calamitous Ortbo. Yes. I, yo. I mean, shit. The last time she did ether, she was 8. So when the hell was the first time she did ether? First of all, that she's been escaping for quite some time. And it's crazy that a child that has gone through something like that could still rise through the ashes and create something as brilliant as the severance procedure. I think is really dope. I used to think that Ragabi created the severance procedure and they stole it from her. But now we see that it was Cobell's stuff. So I wonder what Ragabi's play is on it. I'm already, well, we're already confirmed pretty much she was definitely a lumen surgeon, right? And she put the chip in Mark's head. The funny thing is, I think she put the chip in Gemma's head too. And I think that she is not being truthful about everything she knows about what's going on. And I think that, okay, here we are. Hellified prediction for episode 9. Cobell is going to snitch on Ragabi and be like, Ragabi knows everything. What did she tell you? Oh, she didn't tell you she's the one who put the chip in Gemma's head years ago while you guys were married and before, and you didn't know about that? You didn't know that Gemma actually had the chip already? Like, I think Cobell is going to spill the beans on what Ragabi has been holding back. And I think we're going to see that. So that's my prediction. That's like my number 1 prediction for episode 9. Now that we know it's pretty much going to be, and they're making up with the time. It's going to be a longer episode. You see what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. It's going to be a longer episode. And that's what I think. I think that Cobell is going to spill the beans that Ragabi was down from the door. You see what I'm saying? What do y'all think about that? We got Christian drops the super chat. Thank you so much for your generosity, fam. It says, everyone, please enjoy the like button and subscribe button equally. Go ahead. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be dropping some heat over here, you know, and it would be a good compliment to whatever other things that you partake in the community as well. Like if you're on other people's channels, Discord servers, if you're one of them Twitter surfers and you're already always over there on Twitter, I'm hardly ever there. I went over there and realized that people have been tweeting me on X and I didn't know. I had no idea. I think it's pretty dope. Thank you everybody that watches and shares the videos. You know what I'm saying? It's much appreciated. It helps the channel. It's definitely helped the channel for this season. We went from 6,000 subs to 19,000 in the month of February. That's so dope. I appreciate all of that love that we've been getting. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel like y'all like what I'm doing over here. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Shout out to all the other creators as well. All of them are dope. But if you are not subscribed to Real Enigmas and Theories, go ahead and give it a try. See if it's something that fits your taste for how I cover the show. Let me know what you think in the comments. Send it to somebody that likes the show as well. You know what I mean? We have a lot of fun over here. I make a lot of jokes and stuff like that. But I'm serious too. I am to be taken serious. You see? Thank you again, Christian. Unpronounceable. I love it. I love it. What else we got in here? Yes, amazing live. Always so informative and fun. Thank you very much, Chocolate Thunder. Yes. Appreciate the shout out. Oh, no doubt. Appreciate that comment. You come through with some heat. I'm trying to see more. I'm trying to see what else we got. Everyone on the ether floor was severed by disassociation from the ether, likely put up to mysterious and important work. Cobell saw it destroy her hometown and made Severance so the work continues. Ooh, that's very interesting. She gave them a better way than just making people drug addicts and spilling alcohol in their water supply. She gave Lumen a better way. She's the reason why they closed the plant down. They was like, shit, we got Severance now. And we can turn it into something. We got Severance and all these politicians in our pocket. What the fuck you telling us? We do what we want. We do what we want now. We got the Severance chip. Think about that, y'all. Don't let us get one of these politicians severed up in this motherfucker, because it's a wrap after that. We already got one of the wives. We might got a few politicians severed. We might got some Manchurian candidates out this motherfucker that'll blow your trucks in front of your hotel, like the Lexington letters. We might have some Manchurian soldiers out here that'll go and destroy this or that, or go become somebody's wife. You know what I'm saying? We might have a Manchurian soldier that'll go become a wife, take flights for her man and shit like that. That could be what they're prepping Gemma for. You never know. Who knows? Who knows? They said the world will see her. How does the world see her? They said she will see the world again and the world will see her. What does that mean? What happens? How does that happen? What does that even mean? Once your theory about the left ear symbolism was proven, I never doubted you again. Yo, Just Jeff, that's dope right there. Shout out to Just Jeff. And yo, I'm going to tell you something. The symbolism in the last 5 years on almost everything I watch is very close knit. It's very intertwined. Like the egg symbolism in From was crazy. You see what I'm saying? Like she literally lays an egg. I mean, look, here go the picture of it right here. In my pull the screen down real quick. Now that's not what it actually looked like. I like photoshopped an egg up in that mug, but she did lay an egg. Like they pretty much confirmed it. The actual actress confirmed it in a live stream right after the episode. So it was crazy. Tiffany Love comes through with the super chat. Thank you very much for your generosity. And she says, what if Helly R wakes up delivering the baby? Yo, that's crazy. That would be crazy. If Helena if Helena goes through the pregnancy, and then when it's time to give birth, she goes ahead and does an overtime contingency. That would be wild. I'm thinking that's what the politician's wife did. You know, I'm thinking that's what the politician's wife did. the politician's wife obviously is walking around with her baby, carrying it around out in the open. Obviously, she was walking around with the pregnancy, representing the pregnancy, going through the pregnancy. And when it got time for the labor, overtime contingency. Oh, that brings me to another point. Yo, thank you for that, Tiffany, because that brings me to another point that was going to go in the video, right? I think that Devin was wrong about her thinking about the birthing cottage. I think she believes that if they go to the birthing cottage and he walks through the door, then she'll be able to talk to the innie. Like I don't think that's what happened. I think that the birthing cottage has nothing to do with it. Irv wasn't at the birthing cottage when the OTC happened and his innie came out. Mark wasn't at the birthing cottage when his innie came out. So I believe that the lady at the birthing cottage was on like an overtime contingency protocol type deal. Like they hit her with the overtime contingency and brought her innie out. And while she was in that cottage, and they had her monitored, a lot of people think that was Dr. Maurer that was standing on the porch. And I'm not mad at that theory. That theory's fire. I think, and I know, I don't know anybody that had this theory. I don't really watch too many YouTube videos of other creators while I'm creating. But, oh, by the way, I did just watch one. I watched Helly R's joint, Helly Refine's joint, with about episode 8, her 208. Oh my gosh, she nailed it. If you haven't seen it, go check that shit out. Like, that shit was fire and ice. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that shit was fire and ice. Tell her I said that shit. But yo, so like, I don't believe that they had the thing there. But my theory is that the man with the funny mustache, the therapist that Mark was seeing, is Dr. Maurer. That's who I think Dr. Maurer is. I don't know if anybody else had that theory, but that was my theory. Because I was like, to me, when they mentioned something like that, I believe that would be called a Chekhov's gun, right? Like, if you're mentioning something like this funny man with the mustache that's a therapist, have you seen him? Like, if she would have just said, have you been to your therapist lately? Okay, nothing's there. But the fact that she was like the guy with the funny little mustache, yeah. And I said this before we even saw this guy's face. And them hiding his face is what made me think that he had a mustache. I was like, that's probably the therapist that Devin was talking about, that they never revisited it from season 1. So they have to come back to that at some point, right? I can't be bugging on that. Am I tripping on that? Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. Let me read some more of these comments. Just Jeff to a super chat. Thank you so much, fam. We looking at this comment here. What it say? I have a sneak suspicion that Cobell, Ragabi, and Irvin have been working together. Now, I don't see how Ragabi is working with Cobell. I don't see that because of her reaction when Devin says she's going to call Cobell. But I definitely see Irvin and Ragabi working together. Ragabi has done reintegration more than one time. Because Petey can't be the first time, right? Now, Ragabi never said that he was the first, and Petey never said he was the first. A lot of people assumed he was the first because of what he actually said. He said that he was the first to get the reintegration sickness. So he wasn't the first to get reintegrated. He said that he was the first to get the reintegration sickness, right? And so if he's the first to get the reintegration sickness, then there's had to be somebody to be reintegrated before him that was successful. or they just died, you know. But if they died, then they probably had the sickness before they died. So somebody has been reintegrated successfully. You see what I'm saying? Somebody has a successful reintegration. I think it's Herb. I think it's Herb. Now, when you also look at what Ragabi says to Mark, she said if Petey would have listened to what I told him to do, then he would have been fine and that wouldn't have happened to him. You know what I'm saying? That statement right there told me two things. First of all, the obvious is that Petey didn't listen to her and something went wrong with his reintegration. Two, it told me that she didn't give a shit about Petey. She didn't give a shit about Petey. He was nothing more than another test subject to her. That's all it was. That's all he was. Let me tell you something. Just because we see Cobell teaming up with Devin and them, just because we see Ragabi trying to help Mark reintegrate and all of that, does not mean that these characters are good. 9 times out of 10, if they were raised by Lumen and they grew up in them schools, if you're one of those upper management people or one of their surgeons or some shit like that, you probably came from one of them schools. And if you came from one of them schools, you're fucked up probably. Like Miss Wong, you know what I'm saying? How she's talking about them not being people and whatnot. So most likely if you came from something like that, then you are probably not all there and you probably don't look at human life as the rest of us would look at it. The masses look at human life. You see what I'm saying? Where it's okay to put a chip in somebody's head on some experimental shit with these people. Say what you want about Cobell. Yes, her experiment was taken away from her, but she's the one, it kind of flips that whole billionaire wanting to put a chip in your head on its side. Because it's not the billionaire, it's the poor girl who came up with this concept and came up with you know what I'm saying? Who came up with this whole thing. Like, look at her mother's clothes in that closet. Them shits look like straight up Kanye clothes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Them is Kanye. That's Kanye shit that she had on. Her mother was wearing vintage Kanye. So yeah, I don't think so. We got Nick drop the super chat. Thank you once again, Just Jeff. Thank you once again. Thank you for sending me down that rabbit hole too. Yes, indeed. Oh, we got the eye emojis and the arrow. Okay. Yes, the eye and the arrow. Yes, I need to bring that back up for a second. And I'm gonna go get some of Cobell's drawings as well. Okay. Y'all remember Stigmata? Yes, Coriano, we remember Stigmata. Thank you for joining us tonight, bro. It's good. Let's see what else we got. Is Kier PE in another dimension? I don't know. I think Kier is this like extremely remote place. I don't even believe that the man Kier existed. I think that that's a myth created. I think that's a myth. I think all of that shit's gonna fall apart and everything. Let me see. Let me see what else is in here. What y'all got? What y'all talking about? You know, the fact that Apple is dropping this show is crazy. Apple is like the first surveillance tech. You know what I'm saying? And they dropping a show about they dropping a show about getting a chip in your head and turning you into another person. Not really a good look, Apple, but I feel you. I salute you for taking that type of risk. Yeah, she snapped Just Jeff, she snapped on that video. Yes. Yes. Ah, Mickey B is here. What's good, Mickey B? How you? Good to see you. Zombie. The blurred guy in the background in episodes 1, season 2 was probably Mara. No, that actually was the Refiner twin. That was actually the Refiner twin. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of Mickey B, right? Mickey B was pointing out to me some things that time, and I pointed it out in the video. I talked about it in the video about the Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids being the first place to put fluoride in the water, and then them having that article. Now, somebody came in my chat. Yo, you get these disrespectful comments and stuff. Let me tell you, yo, it doesn't even bother me. I'll be laughing at these people. You know what I'm saying? I kind of be feeling bad for people that come in people's comment section talking shit. Because it's like, damn, yo, your day or your life or your week must be so fucked up that you that you come over here, you know what I'm saying, talking shit to people. But the overall point was that that article was probably lumen propaganda to cover up what actually happened. And that could very well be true. But I think that it's actually both things, because both things can be true at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Both things can be true at the same time. Like, I think that they did have some sort of water spill because it's an ether plant, right? It's not where the actual ether is being made at. I mean, we can get into the technicals about it and everything, but you know, sometimes even in the disrespectful comments, you find something in there that's worth that's worth thinking about. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know who that was. I didn't delete the comment or nothing like that. It's up there. Cobell might have done the first reintegration and showed Regabi how, but she wasn't good at it. Latrice is always coming through with some heat. Yes. I love that. I love that. You know, you guys said that y'all wanted to hear a preview of the record that I will be dropping. I'm going to give you a preview of that. I'm going to do it in a few minutes. Not going to do it right now. Hopefully you guys like it. Let me upload it here and get it ready. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I'll put it right here. All right. Okay, we're going to upload this. We're going to upload this track. I'm not going to play it just now, but I'm going to play it since y'all said y'all wanted to hear it. It's a preview of a track that I will be releasing shortly with a Nigerian artist by the name of Ehi. The record's called Glock and Move. It's a fire joint. Lady Stonehearted, member for 2 months, come through. Exactly. Just Jeff comes through with another super chat. Thank you. Man, I agree. There's no way Cobell is letting go of her hopes for Cold Harbor. Yeah. I mean, right, check this out. That's why all of that makes so much sense now. Her rhyming and her reasoning for really wanting to push back. And, you know, she started, all right, let's think about it, right? What was it? Was it episode 3? She started to leave for Cold Harbor. I mean, Salt's Neck. She already was going to go back home. She was going to go back home. Now that we know what she was going to go back home to get, then it hits harder now. It's like, oh, shit. So she was about to go back home and get those notes and shit anyway. And that must be when Evil Hodor contacted her aunt. After he contacts her aunt, she is on her way back to Lumen. She gets there. She peeps that they was about to mark her out real quick. So she dips, gets back in the car, and she dips, and she heads for I keep saying Cold Harbor, but Salt's Neck, which is a cold harbor. Shout out Heliar. Thank you once again, Just Jeff. Let's see. Who else we got in here? Chris LaBelle says, I wonder if the people that are deep into the cult religion are able to have children outside of handing down the lineage. Yeah, I would think so. In most cases, they are. Like, we see that with things like Game of Thrones. We even see that with some of our politicians. You see what I'm saying? And so we see that. Yeah, they definitely have children out of the majesty, for sure. I would say. Yeah, Harriet, what's going on? We got Freakly in the building with the super chat. Thank you very much. And says, great analysis as always. Question for you. Severance is the best TV show on TV since what? That's a hard one. Pause. I'm gonna get back to you on that, because I was gonna say From, but From's third season didn't have that third season mustard and ketchup on there. It didn't have it. It didn't have no hot sauce on there. It just didn't have it. But it was a good season. It wasn't that it didn't hit like that third season though. You know what I'm saying? It didn't hit like the third season's supposed to hit. The third season is supposed, like, look at Game of Thrones. I believe in the third season was the same season where they had the red wedding, right? And that red wedding is what made, like, Game of Thrones was already popular. I didn't even start watching until season 5, to be honest with you. I was like, man, everybody's on it, whatever. But that third season, I was like, oh, okay, I see why this shit blew up. This shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not, I might be mistaken about that. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that. They want us to, Mickey B says, they want us to feel for Cobell, toy with our morals. Is it okay that the Severance chip exists because rags to riches person made it instead of the Egans? That's right. See, that's what I'm saying, Mickey B. They flipping it on us. And that whole billionaire, this is like a billionaire company trying to put chips in our heads like Elon Musk. That shit flips this shit right on its head. Unless, well, billionaires are never the ones that create the shit. I mean, this show could very well be talking about Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? Like, billionaires are never really the ones that create the shit, though. They always paid for the research and paid the people. Billionaires don't really work like that. Billionaires create and control systems that make money while they're sleeping. And they control how a system moves and how the money moves. So, like, billionaires don't even never really even, like, they circulate the money so much that into these systems that move that they're not really the creators of these things in many cases. You know, Sometimes billionaires give credit to the people that have created things, and those people are able to create resumes and move on to other things and move on to other companies. You see a lot of these innovators, they've worked for Facebook and Google and this company and that company because of the resume that they've been able to build for their accomplishments at that company. However, I believe that the company still holds the proprietary rights on whatever they created while they were there. You see what I'm saying? And I'm sure that that's in most of their contracts. Like if you build a mainframe for Facebook and you leave, you're not taking that shit with you. Like that shit is there for our users now. We paid you to make that. We gave you the resources to make it. You know what I'm saying? And Lumen has the same kind of claim to fame with Cobell. I mean, they trained her. She came up in their schools, their education. And her going through that was a result of that. I mean, for all we know, for what we do know, she's a little kid at 8 years old huffing on ether. You know what I'm saying? She's a little kid at 8 huffing on ether. So, I mean, there's some real serious questions here, some things to think about. You know, questions that really dig into a lot of morals, a lot of philosophical stuff. Yeah, this show is crazy. So that's why it's hard for me to pinpoint on that last question. What Severance is the best TV show since. I'm gonna get to it before the end of this stream. We only been rocking for what, an hour or so? What, an hour and a half? Yeah, I'll get to it. I'll do it. Bath salts neck. You ain't lying. I'm gonna tell you, Mickey B. This was definitely that was definitely on some like bath salts. You know what I'm saying? Hair on. that shit was, yo, what's so crazy is this shit was like Kensington in Philadelphia. Like Salt's Neck is Kensington. Hashtag that. Yo, what else we got? What y'all doing? Y'all naming shows? Lost? Oh, y'all came through on the question. Lost? Okay. Breaking Bad? Yeah. I would say I would kind of agree there. Breaking Bad. Ted Lasso. You know, I've never seen Ted Lasso. Somebody said dark. I heard a lot of bad reviews, good and bad reviews, mixed reviews. Leftovers was pretty good. Since the Riches Before the Strike. Fool Pyramid said, since Before Family Matters. Good old Carl Winslow coming through like Milchick. Imagine, what's his name? Reginald Vell Johnson playing Milchick. yo. Oh, she said it depends on your generation. That's right. Walking Dead season 1. So nobody said From. Damn, I'm going through the answers. Nobody said From. Yeah, From kind of fell off. From the third season didn't hit like it was supposed to. I mean, the third season is kind of like a meme. I mean, y'all had a chick lay an egg, yo. That's like a Thanksgiving meme and shit. And that shit, the finale came out the Sunday before Thanksgiving, and it was like, yo, she laid an egg. Are y'all for real? Get the fuck out of here. I was, even though I was the only person on YouTube talking about the egg symbolism, I was not happy with her laying the egg, yo. I just, nah. Like, nah. I wasn't happy with the reincarnation bit. I wasn't happy with how we learned the information about what the slow walkers were. If you don't know what the slow walkers are, the monsters. I wasn't happy with none of that shit. The best show since Twin Peaks. That's dope. Okay. Elon Musk, Alan Musk. The OA was a good joint. The OA was a good joint. I did not like the finale of that either. I did not like, and then they cut it off and then they canceled it. So it's like they really shitted on that show. They shitted on that, yo. The OA was pretty good. The only thing I couldn't really get down with is the weird dancing and shit. I thought this was tomorrow. Oopsie, hey y'all, no, we doing one tomorrow too. I decided to go live tonight for those who didn't hear it. And who might be confused thinking that it's an episode coming on tonight because I said the pregame and shit. I decided to go live tonight because I didn't get a chance to record a voiceover. I got a dope, nice little script, and I broke down some of the information that I was going to put in my script in the early parts of this video, and I did it again. Like I said it like twice already. So if you didn't hear it, you could catch it on the replay. But I was gonna do a video, didn't get a chance to do the video, so I said I might as well go live, and then the fam can hear my crazy thoughts twice live this week, because we still going live tomorrow, and it will be a pregame tomorrow. So yeah, I wasn't able to get the video out, but I'm here for y'all right here. You know, because after episode 7 and 8, yeah, we need therapy, y'all. Episode 7 and 8, we need therapy. And I gotta say this, I have never felt so anxious to see the next episode of any show. I've always been hyped about it and like, yeah, I can't wait till the next episode. Yeah. But I've never felt like I feel right now. Like, this is different. This feels different to me. It's like they did something with that episode 8. I'm gonna tell you exactly what they did. That episode 8 was like a hit of ether. They made it short for a reason, and they made it to where it only had one major reveal. It was like this slow burn of just showing us some minor things. I think the middle tier would be probably the fact that we got to see Cobell in a vulnerable state. You know what I'm saying? Because even when she pulls up in the town, she was still like a hard ass. Like, yeah, what's up? Oh yeah, Harmony Cobell flipped my toboggan. Yeah, meet me over here at the spot. But then when she got to the crib, we seen that whole thing flip into like this real vulnerable state of hers, to the point to where Sissy slapped the bullshit out of her and she didn't even hit her back. So that was something that we saw. And that was cool. And it was cool and everything. We got to see a little world building. We got to see a little traveling. We got the nice shot like The Shining, at the beginning of The Shining, when the car's going around the little pathway there. We got all of that. We got a lot of that, but there was nothing there except for a lot of symbolism, a lot of keynotes, and it was slow. And then they give us this huge reveal, like right before the end of the episode. Bang. Yeah, she's the whole brain. She's the whole brains behind this Severance technology, which is like crazy. If that wasn't a hit of ether theatrically, I don't know what is. I think that they actually had some kind of like psychological approach with that. I think they did that purposely for it to be reminiscent of a hit of ether. I've never done ether before. I've never huffed or anything. I'm rolling up right now, like as we speak, but I don't I've never done anything else. I used to drink, I don't drink no more. I don't know what ether feels like, but that's what it must have felt like. That's what it looks like it felt like. Very slow, inhale, hit you, bang. You might start laughing or you might start nodding. Who knows? But we on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that episode felt like. It felt like a hit of ether. One thing I noticed as well is Imogene in the Kier romance picture is holding a rag. And I'm wondering if she's just been sitting over there getting high. What's that picture? Let me find the picture real quick. Where should I look for that? Okay. Any paintings? Somebody send me that on Discord if you love me. That picture of Imogene and Kier. She's holding a rag. And I know they pour the ether on the rag, right? I found it. The courtship of Kier and Imogene. I found it, guys. We just went to the Severance wiki real quick. Wiki. Yeah, she's saying, Daddy, won't you pour a little bit of that ether on this rag for me? Pour a little ether on this rag for me, please. That's the theme song for this photo, yo. Word up. Hold up. Let me see. Get y'all over here. Pour a little ether on that rag for me. Okay. We got the super chat from Chris Lavelle. She said, hit that like. Thank you, sis. We got Distant Blue became a new member. Distant Blue is now magnified. We have the members only live stream that will be going down after episode 9. We're going to go over the Lexington letters. We're going to make all kind of connections to Rickon, Devin, why they moved from New York to this place. Devin lives by the school. I never really caught that. I was like, oh, okay, so she lives close to that school because they live in Gantz. So it's not that far from Kier. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong about that. You know, let's see what we got. Yeah, yeah. She said, just pour a little bit more on here. I mean, we only got 2 more hours to go till we knock off. Just put a little bit on this motherfucker. Just put a little bit on the rag. I mean, god damn, I've been asking you since lunchtime. She said, can I get a little bit of that ether? She said, you poured for me. I don't, yeah, she holding, yeah, look at the rag. That's a big ass rag too. So she must want a big hit of ether. She said, hey, I'm going to take this hit all the way back to my department. Me and the girls is going to get it in with that. Let me get some more of that. Yo, this show is crazy. Oh my goodness. I mean, this all makes sense now. And yo, I'm mad at Cobell, fam. I'm mad at Cobell. Hold on. Yeah, I'm mad at Cobell. You know that shit was nasty as hell with that rag, sharing that rag with the bull. The bull just wiped his nose on the motherfucker and you putting it up to your mouth. And he just wiped his nose on it. He been sitting in that truck, in that cold ass truck. You know his nose been running. And she used the same rag. I'd have been like, yo, hold on, wait, rip a piece of that shirt off real quick or something. But don't give me that rag. Ooh, I don't know about, I would have been like, let me rip my own shirt off. Let me rip the sleeve off of this motherfucker real quick. Cause I can't use your shirt. You look like you might be digging in your ass when you get up out the bathroom with that motherfucker. So that bro, and she kissing him on her mother's bed. You know what I'm saying? And man, I'm like, yo, I thought Cobell had more class than that. You know what I'm saying? Even like both her Innie and Outie, like how she be flipping her little, you know, Miss Selvig and Miss Cobell. Like when she eat, they was sharp. I mean, Miss Selvig was clean. Miss Selvig don't look like she'd be kissing a dude with a musty dude in a dark, musty ass room like that. That shit just looked crazy as hell. I said, Cobell, come on. Damn, she's like, shit, you don't know? We used to do ether when we was 8. What the fuck you think? We fuck on the floor and everything. We don't care if it's marbles on the floor. We fucking. Yo, let me stop, yo. Let me stop playing, yo. But yeah, Imogene, she was definitely had a rag in her hand. And now that we see episode 8, this rag hits a whole lot different. Like, I ain't even noticed the rag until I saw episode 8. Yo, Food Pyramid, I was worried they were about to share vessels on mom's bed. Me too. I was like, yo, because they've been just giving us mad sex scenes lately. And I thought that we was about to get one in the musty room and shit. I was like, oh, no. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have blamed Sissy for coming in there and slapping the shit out of both of them. Sissy is like, yo, that was crazy. I couldn't believe it. Christian says, Christine Jelly Bean. Oh, okay. How you doing? She just became a member. What's good? Member for a month. Okay. Oh, she said, how do you buy someone a membership? Oh, you, I think you go to like gift. Hey, Kate dropped the super chat earlier. I just saw that one. Thank you. She said, sorry, I'm late. Teach. That's what's up. And she just dropped another one. Selvig was granola for sure, but she wasn't that crunchy. Kissing that dude was gross. Yo, dude told you he had been sitting in that. You knew he'd been sitting in that truck for hours. You know he ain't been doing nothing up in that truck but wiping his nose on that rag, pouring ether on the rag, farting, and shit like that. That's all he was doing in that truck. He might have had like some granola. Maybe he had a granola bar. I don't know. But bro was, you know he was musty up in there. Like, this is Salt's neck. You know what I'm saying? Salt's neck sounds like it stinks. It sounds like the back of your neck stink. You got to put salt on the back of that motherfucker. Salt's neck. Yo, what? That I don't know. Yo, why why are they doing us like this? This can't be life. That was crazy. I'm glad they didn't share vessels. I would have been mad. I'd have been like, Cobell, what are you doing? At least Grainer had a suit on. At least Grainer was clean. Bro over here is doing ether. Did you peep the laugh after he did the ether, like bro laughed like, oh man, come on. I mean, yo, yo, Chris LaBelle said she would have caught a yeast infection. Yo, Salt's neck. I mean, this is crazy, right? Like I was telling y'all about the alcohol spill that they had in Salt's neck. I think that was legit. I think that was a legit thing that happened in this town, and these people are like fucked up behind that, and also being addicts of the product and just the side effects of working at an ether mill. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that it had to be crazy. Like, and this wasn't that long ago. They were doing this like not too long ago, like during Cobell's lifetime. Like, that's wild. Like, when did the ether mill actually get shut down? Like, did the accident cause it to be shut down? Like, and they still got to pay though, or what's going on? Like, you know, but I think what gave that a little bit of credence is the fact that when we saw Cobell pull up in the town, she used the bottled water to brush her teeth. Salty neck. Big X and salty neck. Yeah, it sounds like the crackhead spot. Salt's neck. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's funny, yo. If you from where I'm from, you laughing at that. Nah, for real. You hold on. Jason Guy Smiley says you could tell that Cobell knew the water was poison because she brushed. Yes, she brushed her teeth with the bottled water. She knew the water was poison. I think that's real. I think that's definitely real. I went into YouTube settings and turned on gift acceptance. Okay. That's how you do. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought that I know that one thing I do know is when you gifts, it just randomly selects how many people you pick. Like if you pick 5 gifts, boom, it just randomly selects 5 people that are here. You don't even have to be in the chat. If you're lurking, you might get a membership. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people are not lurking, that they just it's just that they are on their TV or something and they don't know how to like turn the chat feature on the TV. But they do have one now. They do have it like where you could turn the chat feature on the TV now. Yes, indeed. I need to come right on in here and get at that comment because that's what I was going to say next. That's what I was going to say next. And I'm going to tell you, Mickey B said this in the comments when I dropped the video. Mickey B said that's in the comments when I dropped the video. She talked about Flint, Michigan and its water supply. You know what I'm saying? Which is no laughing matter. You know, because that's not a fictional television show. And I applaud these writers for bringing these types of conversations to the table. That's why I don't think that the symbolism is necessarily a bad thing. Wait till y'all see this field guide. You're absolutely going to love the field guide. Because the field guide's breaking down for you what symbolism is and what it means, what the original meanings of these things meant, and how they apply them to a lot of different things in media, different media, not just movies, television shows, music videos, music itself, but also the news. It's also in the news as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've ever heard of Operation Mockingbird. You could look that up. I'm not going to get into it in the live stream. You know, they be clipping me for that type of shit. Oh, I do want to tell y'all. The season finale is going to be at the PaleyFest. Hold on, let me see if I can find uh an advertisement for the PaleyFest. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let me share this with you guys. Yes, this right here. This screening and conversation with the creative minds and stars. This is going to be in LA. And I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in LA next week at this event right here where Mark and Helly and all of them are going to be there, and they're going to be premiering or showing the finale. So they're going to be screening the finale. I'm going to be at this event. This is going to be fire, y'all. I can't wait. I wasn't sure if I was going to go, but I said, screw it. Let's get on out there. Let's make it on out there to LA. Went ahead and did it. We're going. We'll be out there on the 21st at this event. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be fire. So if you in that area and you know about this event, this is going to be fire right here. So Real Enigmas and Theories is going to be at this event. I already have my ticket for the event, plane ticket. We out there. That's going to be fire. It's going to be fire. So I'm going to make some content out there, see if I could get a question or two to the actual cast. That would be a good thing. And so if you guys have questions and stuff like that, let's talk about them. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the questions. I don't know what my question is going to be. I know I'm going to try to get one in there. But that's going to be fire. I'm looking forward to that next week. Watch the finale with them. Watch the finale with the creators. How dope is that? In LA. And I will be going live. I'll be doing 2 lives while I'm in LA. I'm going to be doing a members only live. And I'm also going to be doing the regular live. Dropping a video. This will not stop me from dropping my video. I'll be out there early enough to where I'll be able to get the work done. And then this event. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's fire. It's going to be fire. I know that this episode, this finale, I know it's going to be crazy. Aaron Laura, she drops a super chat. She said, did you hear about Gemma's clothes from episode 207? Xmas robe looks like Imogene Red. Oh, yes. Yes. Some people have come into the comments and talked about this. This was very interesting. I thought that this was very, extremely interesting. You know, it made me say, okay, there's a male down there with her at the very least. I think there may be 4 people down there, but it made me say that there's at least a male down there with her that's probably dressed like the male Egan. That's the first thing that made me think. Somebody brought that to me in the comment section after episode 7, and I was very impressed. I wonder who thought about that originally. What creator brought that out? Probably one of the guys that the episodes early, because like how? You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's cool too though. Like, hey, that's dope. I want to get the episodes early. I could get my videos out earlier. And I could just drop the esoteric stuff and the symbolism. We, cut off the theories because I have the episodes early. I just talk about the symbolism and bam, That would be pretty dope. So I'm not mad at that. But when you get the episodes early, you have the time to look and see that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that was fire. I said, damn. Okay. So so wait a minute. Are you saying that the red robe looks like Imogene? Okay, yeah. I see. I still have the picture up on my screen, my other screen right now. So yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Like, no, I could totally see that. And okay, so you have to also think about this. When a lot of times when we talk about the man, we tend to forget about the woman as well. You know what I'm saying? And the woman is equally important as the man. You see what I'm saying? And we look at these Egans as if they're Kira's offspring, but they're also Imogene's offspring as well. And so, you know, this, and I also was enlightened in that same video about the Allentown room being that Christmas room where she wore that. And we also seen Mark and Gemma sitting by the Christmas tree and having Christmas together. We saw the montages that showed that they had been together for at least a year because it showed all 4 seasons going by. And it also showed like changes in semesters, I believe. I believe they were showing like changes in semesters as well. When they were showing like all of the books going up and down. So I believe that's what that was. But no, like, yeah, that's a very like clean observation. I remember in season 1, Helena was wearing the same thing Cobell was wearing at one point as well. I can't remember exactly where I saw it. I believe it was when Helena was walking across the street and Mark almost hit her. I believe that's where it may have been. I could be wrong. But thank you once again, Laura, for your super chat. Very thought-provoking comment that I had been hearing in my comment section. I thought that was so dope. Elijah Stone had became a new member as well. Elijah Stone, welcome to the Magnified. We got Hi-Fi Award. Said, oh, with the super chat, said membership gifting does not appear for me either. Let me see. And thank you to everybody that gives the memberships. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the gift that keeps on giving. Like somebody's able to like hit into the members only live stream. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a boost for the channel. You know what I mean? YouTube is greedy. They take like 45% of everything. But that's cool. Like you gave somebody a membership. So like I prefer like memberships and stuff like that for the people because people are able to come into the members only content. You know what I'm saying? They can enjoy some of the members only content, the members only live streams. It gets more people in the room with us. Like, cause there's some great minds and you guys are smart as hell. Like you guys make my shit dope. Like I'm telling you that right now. Like we be going back and forth in the chat, whether it's about dope ass theories, something that we've constructed. Also, the jokes. Like we go back and forth with the jokes together. Like you guys make my content dope. And I take that energy and I put it right into the videos that I put out. So like, yeah, I love the members coming through. I am going to do more members only content. So especially during the off season when we're not, under the time constraints of the episodes coming out. Like, yeah, we can go ahead and drop videos. You might be working on 2 or 3 videos at once and you can drop one a couple of days apart just for like volumes and things. Because there's going to be a lot to go over once this season is over. There's going to be a lot to go over. There's going to be a lot to go over. Oh my goodness. Steve just said some heat in the chat. Imogene, I am Gene. Now I like that. I like the Imagine joint for sure because I think that these people are not real. Yes, indeed. The Zing Zing, what's going on? Says best Severance channel. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? I'm just better than I was yesterday. That's all I am. You know what I'm saying? I think that all these creators bring something dope to the table, something very unique. I think that everybody has their own thing, and I think all of us together, like, go follow everybody, go subscribe to everybody, like, because if you're watching all of our videos together, you're getting like this really broad perspective of the show. And I think it's really dope that we all add that to this community. You know what I'm saying? The videos that people put out, I think it's really dope that we're having these contributions to a community that's actually being consumed by you guys. You guys are checking this stuff out. You like sometimes people will take somebody else's theory from a video and bring it over to my channel and drop it in the comment section. And hey, I'm all okay with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know, paying homage to the person that made the theory is best. You know what I mean? But hey, you know, get the conversation going, get the conversation started. Everybody's not on the same, you know, field with it. You know what I'm saying? Some people are on that esoteric field, some people are on that more like critical or what would I say? What would I say? About the actual show narrative. Some people are like really dialed into the show's narrative. Some people are really dialed into other aspects. Like the esoteric field could be totally different. Like, you know, I look at Helly R or Helly Refined as an esoteric content creator, like, because she's, you know, talking about something that is more of a hidden meaning. You know what I'm saying? And so I look at myself like that, but our pages are totally different. And we're still along the same lines, the same concepts of these hidden meanings that are sprinkled throughout this show. So I think like if you watch one channel, watch them all, because what you're getting is like a full plate of food. Who wants to sit there and eat potatoes the whole time? You want some potatoes, you want your meats, you want your veggies, you want, you know what I'm saying? Get all of the whole plate. You know what I mean? You want your drink. You dig what I mean? Like, get everybody's, you know what I'm saying? And you want your smoke for after you get done. You want your dessert. You want, you there, and everybody has something out there. You know what I mean? Some of these larger content creators are really dope. I, you know, don't get me wrong when I say this. Like, I love the compliments when you tell me like, yo, you the best, blah, blah, blah. But you don't have to down somebody else's channel to say I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? And you don't, and that's, you know, that right there is not necessary. We don't have to down anybody else to uplift others. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think that we can, you know, lift everybody up at the same capacity. Enjoy each content creator equally. You know what I'm saying? If not, I'm gonna just have to end the wellness session and kick your ass about the wellness room. That's how they do it, right? Because like if Irv would have kept laughing more at some of those facts about his Audi, she was just gonna end the session and send him right on back. Like, yo, so you know, enjoy everybody equally. Check everybody out. You know what I'm saying? We all work hard on these joints. Whether you get the episodes early or not, like you still work hard on your shit. And I respect everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real. You know what I mean? Just keeping it real. Oh shit. We got baby Bev in the building. What's good? She dropped 5 Real Enigmas and Theories memberships. See, that's what I'm talking about. Now there's 5 more people that can actually join us in these members only live streams and the members only content. You know what I'm saying? And it keeps the community growing. And I hope you guys keep and retain your memberships, because even after this show, I will be putting out more content, and it will still be some members only live streams. As the show dies, as the show is over, you know, the hype for it dies out a little bit, and that's cool. But I also take your suggestions on other things to cover. You see what I'm saying? I'm not actually sure what I'm gonna cover. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I watched the episode of Power or Raising Canaan, and that shit was trash, y'all. I could not believe it. It wasn't trash. It was just like totally unnecessary. And it that's not how you come back for the season. Like, that's not how you start the season off. You could have even did pieces of this episode throughout the entire season. But the way they started this, now, I know a lot of you are sitting like they're saying, like, Raising Canaan, pardon me, Raising Canaan. This guy's gonna cover Raising Canaan. Yo, I'm covering Raising Canaan at some point. If episode 2 is decent, then I'm gonna start covering it, right? But the reason why I want to cover a show like Raising Canaan is because I want to show you that the symbolism is in every single television show you watch. If Hollywood has something to do with it, and the mainstream is putting this out, then the symbolism is there. And one thing that I did notice is that the symbolism was all over the place, especially when Kanan went to talk to his grandmother about the grandfather, the names of his grandfather and the things that he did, and all of these things right there. There were esoteric meaning in a lot of these things. As a matter of fact, his grandfather was supposed to mirror several different people, a boxer, a trumpet player, and many different people. He was actually supposed to mirror many different people. And so, and also it was a ritual because it was a teacher, right, telling him that he needed to complete an assignment about his ancestors. That was literally the theme. And so there was a lot of esoteric stuff that I could have pulled from that. You know what I'm saying? However, the episode was not that good. And it was totally a useless episode. Like, I really wasn't feeling that episode. You know what I mean? So if it's episode 2, I think that Raising Kanan is the best power show in the series. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just my take on it. Distant Blue said he gave up on Yellow Jackets. Let me tell you, I have not tapped back in. I was watching Yellow Jackets I started in season 2. And I binge watched season 1, and then I started watching season 2, and I was caught up in season like halfway through, and I couldn't wait for season 3 to come. Season 3 is here. I'm so wrapped up into Severance, I have not even really tapped in. I have noticed some things though. And I don't see many people talking about some of this stuff. So I guess I will try to do some like Yellow Jackets coverage. But I wish that I could tap back into it. And I don't want to just be throwing shit at the wall hoping it sticks and just making content for the sake of views and stuff. I want to bring you something quality and something that I have my heart in when I'm creating something for you. You see what I'm saying? And so I would love for you to hit me with some suggestions and things to get the wheels moving. You know, I definitely want to cover The Last of Us. The Last of Us has so much symbolism in it, it's ridiculous. Like, The Last of Us is an amazing show. I want to cover that. So I think I'm going to jump on that one. I wanted to cover Raising Kanan. Hopefully this episode 2 is good enough for me to even deal with it. I don't know if they're just trying to end that shit and just made a shitty season or what. I don't know. And I love Fifth's work. BMF was kind of corny. You know what I'm saying? It was some old 007 type of fake drug dealing about a real drug dealer. It was kind of whack. I really wasn't fucking with it all like that. The Tommy joint was I just wasn't fucking with it. The Tariq joint, not really fucking with that. If you guys know Power, then you know what I'm talking about. Like, the Tariq joint wasn't all that either. Power was like, the first 3 seasons of Power were amazing. And Raising Kanan is the best show in the Power universe. And all of those shows and spinoffs actually have tons of esoteric value to them, because it's just a requisite when you're doing shows that are being put out by the mainstream. Like, it is. White Lotus, people been telling me. Paradise, people been telling me. Yes, indeed. We got Brian Brooks became a member. Good to see you. Good to have you as a member. That members only content is going to start like really jumping off and during the end of this season here, while we're nearing the end. We have the members only live stream coming after episode 9. So that's gonna be fire. I'm gonna let y'all hear this record real quick. All right, I'm gonna shut up, let y'all hear the record. Hold on.
see who fall down. No confusion on the side of my enemies. So I knock the beats on melody. Any king know remedy. Spit my rhyme so heavily. If only he paid my dues. Mommy said I'm never safe. If only that keep me safe from myself. Who them be, where them be, make them come. Make them come, make we see who go for. Who them be, where them be, make them come. Make them come, make we see who go for.
Yeah, that was Glock and Move by me, Professor Sequence. Y'all call me real, but they call me Professor Sequence. And that is Ehi on the vocals. And she's on my album on a couple of tracks. I have several tracks that I have done with several artists from Nigeria and South Africa. And I'm dropping a music dance experience for you guys soon, very soon. So yeah. So I hope you guys like that music dance experiment right at the end of this live stream. This live stream has been dope. I love this. You know what I mean? You using Ableton for this song? No. I'm using FL Studio and Pro Tools. Yeah, I hope y'all like that. Yeah, so that's my music. I'm going to be dropping that soon. Y'all heard it here first. Nobody's heard this record. But the people that created it in my team and you guys. And yeah. You know what I'm saying? You guys are the first to hear this record. You know what I'm saying? But I love this live stream. I think it was dope. It was dope and good supplemental material for waiting for the next episode, debating about the next episode. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get a video out today, so I said, hey, I'm gonna go live. And I'm still going live tomorrow. Catch us tomorrow for the pregame, the true pregame. This was the pregame before the pregame. This was the pre-pregame. This was the pregame's pregame. You dig? Yes. Oh, you make music. That's what's up. You gonna have us spoiled. Yes, another professor. Yes, Professor Sequence. That's me. Yes. Your uncle is the OG though. Fuck with him heavy. I have to go revisit his work as well because there's a couple of things I want to see. You know? Shout out to Debbie, Yebby, Bobebi, Banana Fana, Fofebi, FIFA, Momebi, Debbie. I couldn't miss it. I couldn't miss it. Thank you so much, Mickey B. Well, just a little something to think about while we wait on the next episode. That's all for the live stream this evening. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.